What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds, where today I did it again. I bought another old school car. Now, usually with almost everything that I buy here, I end up losing money on, but it's the old school cars that always end up costing me the most money. I lose so much money on these old things because I tend to pay too much for them when I buy them. Then I go and I spend tons of money fixing them up and trying to make them perfect. And then when I go to sell them, I'm usually lucky if I can even get what I paid for them back. So I thought, you know, let's do it again. Let's hopefully buy something this time that wasn't too expensive, hopefully won't cost a whole lot to fix up, enjoy it, and then we can sell it when the time comes. And maybe, just maybe, finally, I did something right. So, excuse the wind noise. It's a very windy day today. I'm so excited. I already brought the dealer plate with me. Like I'm actually ready to put a plate on this car. Now, this is a new to me 1965 Dodge Dart, but this is not just any Dodge Dart. This is the GT. All right, this is actually kind of a rare version of this car. Now, it's not stock. Somebody's got their mitts in it and they've changed up a few things. I think they did it tastefully. You can see the red. If I get you closer, red, white, and blue, it actually says G and T in the middle. All right, you got your gas cap over here. You've got your Dart right here. I love the back end of this thing. I love the taillights. I love that classic old school fin, right? There's fins on this car through the front and the back. Look at this. They're not as prominent as cars from the 50s, but still beautiful lines, lots of chrome accents to this thing. Absolutely beautiful car. And I am not the biggest fan of yellow, but when I saw this, I fell in love with it because it's not just yellow. It's yellow with a black stripe, then it's yellow, then the black rest of the body. I think it's absolutely sick, man. And with these weld wheels, take a look at those beautiful 15-inch weld racing wheels with some kind of small Mickey Thompsons on the back. These are like 235/60 15s. And I know some of you are going to see these things and you're going to be looking at them going, what the heck are those? Why would somebody ruin the car by putting those on? Ladies and gentlemen, these, whatever these are, somebody answer me in the comments and tell me, what are these? These are factory. Believe it or not, these came stock on this car. On the fronts, we have some skinnies. We have some 195/65 15s. We have a place where an antenna used to go, but seems to be missing. And up here, you'll notice that we have this chrome separating the roof. And I had a lot of people that stopped by here and want to talk about cars. A lot of people did not even know what this is, and they asked me, does the roof come off? No, the roof does not come off. Actually, there was a very, very, very limited version of this car. It was called the Dodge Charger. I think it was the Dodge Dart Charger. It was the first namesake for Dodge Charger right here. And it had yellow and black was pretty common, but the roof, if I remember right, was always black right here in this section. And it said Charger. It had badges with special chargers and like a 278 V8 engine. It is an absolutely slick car. Now, this is not a Charger. This is just a Dodge Dart GT. And check this out. It even has right here on this front little chrome flare, it says GT. This is such a unique and cool car. And here's another thing. I was not aware of this, but if you take a look here on this hood emblem, it's got the old, I don't know, is that Mopar Chrysler Dodge symbol? All right, old school. I did not know Dodge used to do that back in the day. Now, what I have sitting right next to it is my 2024 Dodge Charger Daytona Scat Pack. 770 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.3 all-wheel drive. And yes, it's decked out as the General Lee. I've had this car for just over a year now. It's about time for me to do a one-year review, but that's not what I was wanting to point out. What I wanted to point out was on the front here, even though it's covered in bug guts. Can you guys even see that? If you look close, you see it? There it is, man. There it is. The same symbol from a 65 to a 2024. I think that is just super awesome. Now, on the hood, we have this really unique hood scoop. And it's kind of like a bell rim where it comes out, Most hood scoops are usually just flat, you know, but not this one. This one actually curves up. And this is a functioning hood scoop as well. The paint quality is actually really good. This is much better than I'm used to as far as cars paint jobs go on these old schools, man. Oh, I forgot to point this out too. Little Easter eggs everywhere. Red, white, and blue. I didn't even see that. It's on the other side too. It wraps all the way around. Red, white, and blue. How cool is it? Just these little Easter eggs all over. I'll show you the inside in a minute, but first, let's pop the hood and see what's underneath. Let me just say, I don't think this is stock, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't think this looks like, well, I think this car only came with like 2 engines. You had the slant 6 and you had like a 271 V8 engine. This is definitely not a slant 6. This definitely looks like a modern V8. Well, I found a piece of paper inside the car and it said this is a 360. It also said that this has a 3000 stall converter, and that's pretty much it. Now, when you look around, you can see some other little odds and ends, like, was this 1406? Say yes. So electric choke, Edelbrock 1406. Obviously, a very nice looking Champion radiator. This looks like a good 3-core, maybe possibly a 4-core. But I'm going to say it's definitely a 3-core at a minimum. We still have, oh, this is a non-clutch fan. It's direct drive. This is the Finger Chopper 9000 right here, okay? When this thing is running, there's no clutch to save your finger or your hand, all right? It's an aluminum. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 fins on that thing. This is serious cooling. Aluminum shroud as well. We've got a General Motors HEI ignition. We've got a wind intake manifold, and I'm sure you guys caught these wild, wicked headers, right? These things look insane, and they come almost up to the brakes. By the way, you may notice there's no power brakes. There's no power steering either. Manual steering, manual brakes, but somebody switched this from the single pot depth reservoir to the dual, so at least if one side goes out, you still have secondary brakes to fall back on. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, you see this? This is how you bias the brake pressure between the front and the rear. So if you want to do smoky burnouts, this is basically a manually controlled brake lockout. So instead of pushing a button and being able to do burnouts like you can on modern cars, on this one you just turn it and it will bias the brake fluid between the front and the back, or to the front or the back, depending on what you're wanting. Now, if we move over here, the first thing I noticed, aside from an MSD ignition box, is a remote oil filter housing. So instead of the oil filter attaching somewhere on the block, maybe there just wasn't room and provisioned for it, they actually moved it over here. Looks like we have some braided steel AN fittings, and your filter goes here. They've made a custom little bracket for it, and now you can change your oil filter right here. We've also got kind of a custom bracket going on the front that's holding the alternator and this fan assembly. You can kind of see it right there. It's not bad looking, but everything is really tucked in here tight. Look at the exhaust manifolds, or the headers, I should say. I mean, these things are just crammed in here. And the plug wires, these things are, oh, that's not even on. That, well, I'm glad we did this before we fired it up and tried to take it for a drive. This one's just sitting here. And again, how do you even, there we go. Oh, come on. That one's a bear, because there's no room. I think that's, and we ought to check the other side too. Blower motor, heater core is still connected, which is nice. And what I'm seeing here also, I think this is the voltage regulator. Doesn't it look like all the wiring on this car is new? I mean, this looks like all the wiring has been completely redone. Everything is in nice looms. And then we have here the MSD. This is not your old school 6AL. This is the digital version. All right, so we have a digital MSD ignition controller over here, which I think is really awesome as well. Lots of fun parts kind of tucked away and hidden under here. We have an Interstate battery that the stickers look like they've seen better days. Kind of everything falling apart on it. I'll be really curious to get underneath this thing and see what it all looks like, which we're going to have to do before we even take it for a proper test drive, because the tow truck driver, the shipping company that dropped it off at night, told me this thing was dumping fuel all out the gas tank. Like they said, is just pouring fuel out of the back of the car. So the first thing we're going to have to do is get this thing on a lift. So I don't know what transmission this has got in it. The paper that came with it said it was a 360 engine with a cam and a 3000 stall converter. Is that not the door key? Oh, I'll bet this is the door key. Let me see if you guys can take a look at this real quick. Would you look at that original key? Dodge Dart. Are you kidding me? How beautiful is that? I'll bet that's the door key. And remember, with Mopars from the olden days... Oh, it was already unlocked? Oh, that shouldn't have been. I thought this thing was locked. Anyway, with Mopar from the olden days, the keys going upside down. Now take a look at this interior. This is another thing that I really, really liked about this car. For the price I paid for it, and I'll tell you that in just a minute if I hadn't already, or maybe I'll tell you in the title. This thing is in, actually it's in pretty incredible condition. All right. It's not often I come across cars with white interior. This is a very, very nicely done white leather interior. I'm assuming maybe at some point this will belong to a woman. There is Tinkerbell on the floor. And if you look up to the headliner, these are usually trashed. And in this particular case, headliner's in great shape. Package tray is carpeted and in great shape. We've got aftermarket Soshi Walmart speakers in the back. All the chrome's here. All the weather stripping looks new and good. I mean, I am so used to getting crappy cars, especially old schools from auction, man. So it's kind of rare for me to come across something that appears, at least on the surface, to be so nice, which leaves me very concerned about what it's going to look like underneath. We have a Dart GT badge in here. Here's your gauges. The odometer showing 37088.6. What else we got? We got surely an aftermarket. It says Mopar in the middle. One of those old school racing wheels. The play, considering this is an oldie, the play's really not that bad in this. Somebody threw in some aftermarket gauges. I don't know if those work or not, but this is super cool. We have the old Dart AM only transistor radio. There's your heat and air controls, alternator, temperature, gasoline. Don't know if any of this stuff works. Cigarette lighter. It's been used a time or two, I would say. And then over here, headlights, windshield wipers, turn signals. You have your mirror adjustments right here. Glove box. Hey, give me that. Oh, looky here. We've got the service card in the glove box. Mileage. Whoa, what is that? What does that even say? 1965. 66 is 65. 3,000 miles or something? I don't know. 3,050 miles? It doesn't say what it was, but we've got some... Oh, let me not show this. This is some kind of a state of North Carolina registration card. I will only say the name Bruce Willis. No, I'm kidding. Bruce William or Tamara Lee. Well, Tamara or Bruce from North Carolina, I would love to talk to you because I have a feeling these are probably the people that built this car. They could probably tell me a lot about it because this car came with no paperwork. I know absolutely nothing. Here's some MSD stuff. We got some extra carpeting, some tire stuff. We've got is that the book for the car? Oh my goodness. Are you kidding? Includes warranty. Dodge Dart 1965. Your guide to carefree motoring. Oh, get out of here. Oh, this stuff right here is so cool, man. This is so awesome. I can't believe this car still has this stuff. We got some an aftermarket gas pedal. Some hardware for that. Well, let's climb on down and take a look. And on top of that, I guess I totally slipped and missed that this has a B&M shifter in it as well. let's just climb down. I'll be very careful not to hit the old Chevelle over here with, I think I'm going to name this Bumblebee. What do we got going on under here? We got lots of wires, more wires. Where's the fuse box in this thing? Oh, I can't even see. Again, you know what I'm seeing under here? I'm seeing all new wiring. This is not factory wire. Oh, there's the fuse box right there. Can you see it? Yeah, that is a modernized fuse box. It takes mini fuses and micro fuses. It has circuit breakers built in, and all of the wiring in this car has been redone. And there's that aftermarket gas pedal as well. I am really, really liking what I'm seeing in here. I don't like that it's pouring gasoline out of it. But the fact that somebody went through all the trouble of replacing all of the wiring in this car, I'm wondering if this thing maybe was like a frame-off restoration. Like somebody took this thing completely apart and redid the entire car. Well, we're not going to put this, you know what, let's put this on. I got a good feeling about this. I got a good feeling about this. It's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Let's put the plate on it. Let's get it in the shop. We'll get it on the lift. And I'll sit you guys back here so you can hear the first start. What do you say? I tried to put the plate on, but the bolts that they use to hold it on are so tight I can't get in there. Now the question is which key. I'll bet it's this one. Let's try this duplicate key here. Let's see if this will work. Ah, gas gauge is moving. Give her a couple pumps. Oh, yes. E-brake right here. Make sure it's off. Oh, we didn't check those other plug wires, did we? Oh, she sounds great. She sounds great. So you pull this little T-bar up right here. It unlatches it. That should be reverse. Ooh, ooh boy. I think we got some exhaust rattling on the bottom of the car here. Oh, she seems a little wild, man. Yep, I think this car is a little rowdy. Not having power steering is a... There we go. That's a little bit of a PITA. It's not that bad though. The manual brakes are actually what I was most concerned with, and I'm here to tell you, the brakes on this thing are actually great. And I do believe that 3000 stall converter that was listed. Oh no, something just broke. Oh great, we're stuck in drive. All right, we got it in the garage and it is pouring fuel out of the gas tank, which is perfect. So before we dig into that, let's turn on some lights. Let's just see what works, what doesn't. Hopefully everything works. It's got new wiring. Headlights. Parking lights are not on, but on some of these older cars, the parking lights only come on when the headlights are off. Like if you turn the parking lights on, then they come on, but as soon as you turn the headlights on, the parking lights go off. The back lights, I can see them reflecting in the... Yeah. Okay, good. That light is on. That light is on. On and on. That is great news. I don't think this has flashers. I think this is a little too old for hazard lights. I did have to take this apart, the B&M shifter. I think I kind of have it working. I don't know. We'll come back to that a little bit later, I suppose. Parking lights. So just like I said, when you turn off the lights, the headlights, parking lights do come on. So it looks like everything's working. I will hit the brakes real quick. Let's see if we have brake lights back here. We have one. Brake light on the driver's side is not working. What about the turn signal on the driver's side? Well, the ignition's not on, so... let's check that real quick. What did I do with the keys? We do have a right turn signal. Let's check the front. Yes, we do. And let's try the left turn signal. We have a left turn signal. So far, we are winning, ladies and gentlemen, because lights and signals all working, that's kind of unheard of. Let's turn on the parking lights, see if anything goes wrong. No, still working. And left, still working. Perfect! We have lights, we have signals. If the horn works. No. Come on, maybe it's just dirty. Oh. Horn works too. Okay. We are officially winning. I'm so excited. Like, this may actually be a good one, guys, and that doesn't happen every day on the channel. HEI distributor. Ooh, it's a little... Oh. The distributor is loose. Great. Okay, so the time is going to need to be set. And almost immediately, this Edelbrock fire starter needs to go. I see why they put it there, though, because there is no room under the hood. You can see where the forced induction comes in at. There's no hole there. So unless you've got like a super low pro, what we really need is like to find a chrome or something, Mopar or black. Maybe black would look better. One of the drop air cleaners. They make them so that they fit over the top, but they kind of drop down, but you have to clear the linkages and everything. And the distributor as well. That could be a little difficult, but this needs to go away immediately, because if this thing ever backfires through the carb, this will light up and it will ignite everything else on fire with it. Looking in the trunk, we have a car cover, which is kind of nice. What else we got back here? We got new weather stripping again, so somebody really cared about the weather stripping. And what about why? Oh, what is this? A secondary battery? Why would you have a secondary battery? There's even like a custom hold down created back here, and that's what this is for. These are the other parts to the battery hold down for the back of the car. So this thing is actually designed for a second battery. I'm not sure why you would need one, but all right. Good news is it's not rusted. Everything back here actually looks really good. It comes with a spare tire, some hold downs, and even the wiring back here for the taillights looks new as well. This thing is in incredible shape. So far, I'm thrilled to death. Not bad for a cheap old A-body, huh? Why don't we close the hood? Let's get this thing up in the air, and let's see what the underside looks like, because that is where we're most likely to run into problems. That's where you're going to find all kinds of hidden rust, rotted out floorboards. We're going to learn a lot when we get this thing up in the air here in about 2 seconds. So I guess we will start from the front and work our way back. The first thing I noticed, we got like this little cutout here. And this is loose. What is going on with this? And then these, oh, I see what they did. They made a cutout for, I'm assuming that's a radiator cooler, an external radiator cooler. So they made a cutout for that. The, what do you call this? The K-member actually looks good on this. It's not smashed in like it was on my 67 Camaro that turned out to be a major disaster. I don't see any oil leaking from under here at all. Newer shocks. If we move this forward a little bit, you can actually see a little more. Whoa, wow, look at these headers. These headers go through the fender well. They go through the inner fender, out and under the frame on both sides. Look at this. So there's your headers coming from the engine, but then they're coming through the inner fenders. There is your oil filter remote housing right up against those headers, man. Whew. Looks like this engine was rebuilt. I see nice brass plugs. Those are 1 5/8 made in USA. We have a number on the block. I can't read it. It is 400-6830-360. That should designate this as a 360 cubic inch V8. That is definitely not what came in this thing factory. She's got a 360 in her. Oh, man. All right. Probably out of like a modern pickup truck or something. They are not utilizing the oil cooler in the radiator, which is bizarre. If you have it, use it. You should be using the oil cooler in this radiator in conjunction with the external cooler as well. Here's another thing I'm noticing. There is no rust. There is no sign of rust anywhere. Oh. Are you kidding me? You've got to be joking me. Let me see if I can get you guys up here. Do you see this? Do you see those wires? That is butted right up to the exhaust manifold, or the headers. I mean, oh, wow. Okay. Wow. These headers, honestly, these headers shouldn't have done this. This is horrible. Look how close it is to all the suspension components. I mean, these headers, they're cool looking, but I would rather have some regular stock shorty manifolds than all of this overcomplicated madness going on right here. All right, next. Somebody tell me, as I get down here, let's get you guys up. Can you tell me what transmission this is based on the pan? All right, I am not a Mopar guy. This is so outside of my wheelhouse, I'm not even going to guess. It is a Torque Flight 727. I don't know. Maybe it's got a sure grip rear end too, right? Maybe. So again, looking around, all the suspension looks to be new, like ball joints, all the nuts and bolts seem to be new. We also have front disc brakes, calipers with stainless steel braided lines. Well, there's money under here, guys. And the frame, the whole underside of this car looks like it's been completely coated. Like this thing has been taken apart and done right. This is incredible. So starting at the transmission, let's kind of go down a little bit and see what we're looking at. Here's our drive shaft, and over here, I assume is where the seats mount. I mean, look at it's a little dirty under here. I mean, it's been driven, obviously. But I don't see any patch panels under here. These floor pans look original. Rockers don't look like anything's been welded in under here. Everything looks original under this car. And it is in fantastic condition. I'm blown away. What does this say right here? It says I can't read it. But anyway, oh, we got new U-joints too. Look at that. Shiny new U-joints. Rear end looks like it was resealed. We got new U-joints up here too. We sure do. We sure do. Wow. I mean, the exhaust could use some tweaking. Basically what they did is they took these headers and just welded some straight pipes to them, straight back to some mufflers. It deserves a better exhaust than that. And, you know, I'd prefer if it had exhaust pipes either coming out behind the rear wheels on each side. That'd be pretty cool. Or running straight out the back. That's the way I would have done it. I would have preferred it, but whatever. We have rear drums. This thing is in brand new gas tank. Ooh. Oh, it's a fuel line that's leaking. It's busted. Oh, you know what it is? I thought we were going to have to replace a bunch of stuff. I just got gasoline all over my camera. This is the brand new DJI Pocket 4. It's not even available in the United States. Let me see if I can get you guys up a little bit, because this thing is leaking like... Can you see it? They put a plug on what should be a return line, and that plug has rotted out and cracked and just made a horrible, horrible mess. So we're going to have to figure out... There we go. You can see it kind of better there, I think. Oh, we're going to have to figure out what to do there. Yeah, that thing just snapped. They put a zip tie to hold it on. All right. You know what? That should be an easy fix, guys. I'm not even going to complain about it. It's going to make a mess, but that's an easy repair. So what I've done is I've taken a little piece of fuel injection hose. I put a bolt through the end of it. I clamped that bolt, which is overkill for this system, and then I've got a clamp on the other, and we are just going to plug this temporarily with this homemade plug. The problem is, when I take this off, this thing is going to shoot fuel I think this thing is going to shoot fuel everywhere. And then I'm going to have to, I'm trying to figure out how to even do this. There we go. Maybe that's going to help. And then I can get this up here. We just got to plug it. Are you ready? Oh. That's it? That's... Okay. Well, that was anticlimactic as hell. Easy enough. All right, so I took off the fire starter 3000. We're just leaving that open for now. I have set the timing to somewhere around 12 degrees. It's hard to tell for sure. I think it's around 12 degrees for top dead center, and it sounds really, really happy. The problem is I can't get, this is funny, I can't get in here to tighten down the distributor. Also worth noting, there is no vacuum advance hooked up on this at all. I don't know if I should hook it up or not. You guys can drop a comment below. It seems to be a very controversial topic, whether you actually need vacuum advance or not. But in this case, whoever built this decided not to install it. So it is plugged, and it's also plugged at the carburetor as well. So please drop a comment if you think vacuum advance is necessary. Let me know. If not, also let me know, because that will determine whether or not I decide to hook this back up. You guys will not even be able to see where the bolt is. What you can see, though, is you see that copper line right there? That copper line? So that's the oil pressure gauge, right? Well, that is in the way of me being able to tighten down the distributor. I kid you not. So I gotta try to figure out how to get down there. I can't reach down there. I don't even know what I'm going to do. I really don't know what I'm going to do to tighten down that distributor, but I've got to get that figured out immediately. We're going to pump some gas in it real quick. We're going to check fluids, and hopefully before it gets dark, I'm going to leave that fire starter on the ground. I'm not taking that with us. Hopefully before it gets dark out, we will be able to take this thing out on a ride, man. There we go. Let's pump her up. Let's cross our fingers and hope that this thing doesn't leak anymore. All right, I was able to lock the timing down with a 1/2 inch. I've got a distributor wrench, but I couldn't fit it back there. That's a tiny, it's an itty bitty dipstick. All right, so I did get the timing locked down. It's probably sitting somewhere between 11 and 12 degrees for top dead center. This dipstick tube is just wobbling. Like that's no good. This thing is destined to leak. Let's take a look at the fluid. Of course, the car is not running. Kind of hard to see. But it's pink. Fluid looks good. Apparently it has some, so good enough for me. I would still like to see the oil, so let's move on over to the other side. All right, let's pull it out. Let's see what it looks like, and hopefully it's got some in it. Oh, yeah. All right. Can you guys see it? Oil does not look bad at all. And although this does not give us any cross hatches to tell us when it's full, it's got plenty. The oil is literally up to here, so that should be plenty of oil. I've already checked the brakes. Transmission fluid looks good. Lights and signals work. The only thing left is put some air in the tires, make sure they're full of air. And guys, I think we can take this thing out for its first drive. Are we ready? Here we go. Whoa, camera tilt. Yeah, I do believe that's a 3000 stall. It seems like you really gotta get it up there before she wants to start moving. All right, there's that drive. There we go. Off into the sunset we go. Oh, that's a quick shift. That feels like a built transmission. Oh, wow. All right, so we haven't hit third gear yet. She's revving pretty good. Drive straight as an arrow though, man. I'm serious, like straight as an arrow. says we're going 65. I feel like we're probably doing 45. I think the speedometer is way off. I'm gonna roll this window up, otherwise it's gonna get real loud here. Yeah, the speedometer is showing like 65 mile an hour. I guarantee we're going like 45. I think the speedo's off by around 20. Are we gonna shift into third? Oh, something just flew out from under the hood. We're not shifting into third. That's neutral. Where's... Gosh, she's revved up too much. Don't tell me we don't have third gear. Man, that exhaust is just kind of banging around under the car. That is no good. That is no good at all. We're probably going about 60. Yeah, and I feel like she's not happy. She's not happy at all. It's just revved up too much. Yeah, it's like topped out at 50. We don't have third gear. Looks like I might have got screwed. Alright, we came to a stop. First, second. Nope, slipping. It's trying to shift into third and it can't. Yep, we got no third gear. Speedometer says we're going 80. Well, that's perfect. The car is dying. Oh, shoot. Are you kidding me? You've got to be joking me. I'm on the side of the freaking highway. Are you kidding me? Great. And traffic here is no joke. Like, people will run you over here. Well, help has arrived. What's your name, man?
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel?
Yeah.
This man has just got off a 10-hour shift, drove all the way up from Idabel.
Yeah.
You're on a trip right now somewhere else, and he stopped to turn around and go back the other way and take me back to my shop. So shout out to Emmanuel, man. Thank you so much for stopping. I think I'm not gonna try to fix it. That's a bad spot.
Yeah, it's up on that hill.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. I think I'm gonna grab my truck and my trailer, just go up there and just throw it on the trailer, man. Drag it up there with the winch and drive it back and haul it back down here. Big shout out to Emmanuel, man. Thank you so much for saving the day. Well, it's getting dark. I hope we can get this done, knock this out before it gets too dark. This is honestly gonna be kind of dangerous. I think I got the trailer hooked up. I'm in a hurry. I'm just making sure everything is good. I don't know if the lights... Yeah, we got lights on, I guess. Those count? It doesn't even look like the lights are on, man. Let's just get down the road. We'll figure it out when we get there. We ain't got time to be playing... ain't got time to be playing any games right now. Let's set this up from cargo trailer to car hauler. Turn down the music. Put her in gear. Make sure she pulls all right. There we go. All right. We should be good to go. This was not anticipated for today. That car ran so good. I thought there's no way anything's gonna go wrong. The carburetor does not have any fuel going through it at all, but I just put several gallons of gas in it, so it shows a quarter tank. I know it's got gas, so did the mechanical fuel pump quit working? Does it even have a mechanical fuel pump? Now that I think about it, I don't even remember seeing one on the engine. So if it has an electric fuel pump, where is it? I don't recall seeing it. This is I've got a million questions and I am really upset right now. Thank you. Again, I got to give a big shout out to a complete stranger, Emmanuel, who just finished a 10-hour shift on his way on a long drive. He saw me broke down, pulled up behind me, asked if he could help me get some gas or anything. Needless to say, I gave him some gas money for stopping and helping. Dude was an absolute lifesaver. He subscribed to the channel. So Emmanuel, if you're watching this video, thank you. And if you guys appreciate Emmanuel for saving my bacon today, well, why don't you go over in the comment section and just leave a thank you, Emmanuel. We appreciate you over here at Auto Auction Rebuilds. All right, I'm not going to have a whole lot of time to sit here and film this. This really is in a dangerous location. As you can see, this is not an ideal place to be. I've got it pretty close to where it needs to be. I think we'll be able to use the winch, drag this thing right up. If I can find somewhere to snatch onto it, maybe the bumper, maybe suspension. I don't know. Should we see if it'll fire up? Because if it would, I don't know, maybe it vapor locked because I was getting on it. I don't know. I just know that I don't want to be out here after dark. So, oh, come on. At least start so I can drive you up the trailer. No. Okay. Understood. Well, about the only thing we can do then is lower this trailer. We got to pull these clips. One here. Pull that out. Do the same thing on the other side. Set them on the ground out of the way. Thankfully, there's not a whole lot of traffic right now. Pull this out. Want the trailer to go that way. There we go. Need the cable for the winch. We'll get this winch hooked up. Get this thing unspooled. And we'll drag this bad boy up on this trailer. Okay, we're live. We're good. Just make sure the straps are all good and tight. That one could probably use an extra. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm out of Ugga-Dugs today. I am. Whew. There we go. All right, so we've got 4 straps, one on each corner, and then just for safety, we got the winch locked as well. Lights are functional. I'm gonna have to drive several miles down this road to get to a turnaround point. Again, man, shout out to the Rivian. This truck is an absolute beast. I'm not even kidding. This thing pulls like a freaking diesel. I'm not even joking. This thing's got like 850 horsepower, 970 pound-feet of torque, all-wheel drive, 0 to 60 in 3.1. We did it in 2.9. This thing pulls. All right, like this is no joke. You could put a load behind it and it's like we're riding loaded down. This thing's riding like there ain't nothing even back there, guys. Handles great. Love my Rivian R1T quad. Let's get this thing to a turnaround point. Let's get back to the house. And I think I'm done for the day. Before we get back, I wanted to tell you one of the things that I love about the Rivian. As I've owned it for a while now and I've been able to kind of get used to some of its features, this one is a huge one. The bed camera. Being able to keep it on, like with Rams, they turn off on you after so long. At least that's my experience. With the Rivian though, I can see my car and my trailer at all times when I'm driving down the road. And that is so important to me because I like to keep an eye on my trailer and make sure nothing looks like it's going wonky. Now we made it back to the house. I guess now we figure out if we try to fix it tonight or just end this video and work on it another day. Now we've got this gorgeous dog. What are you doing, boy? Yeah. I've had a lot of you asking about Wolfie. We call him Wolfie / Wolf. Man, are you showing out for the camera? Are you showing out for the camera, Wolfie? Are you? Are you? What are you doing? What are you doing, boy? You're filthy. You're filthy, man. Disgusting. So I've had a lot of you very concerned about this dog. You've asked me several questions, such as, is there a shelter out here? No, there's not. There's no shelters anywhere near here. And any shelters are full, okay? No shelters out here are taking any animals of any kind. You can call them and say, hey, I've got a stray dog. Can I bring it in? And they'll be like, nope, we don't have anywhere to take this animal currently. So I can't keep this dog. All right, I can't. I just can't. I already took in the last stray, and then before that I took in another stray that I've had for 13 years. I cannot take in another dog, especially one of this size. Now, the interesting thing is somebody put an orange reflective collar on it after I put the Seresto collar on it. Yeah, I spent $66 on a Seresto collar because this guy was loaded with fleas and ticks. And even though he's not my dog, and even though I can't take him in, I still think he deserves the best shot at not being miserable and living out here full of ticks and fleas. He was absolutely miserable. He seems to be doing a lot better. Anytime I'm down here and he's here, sometimes he disappears for days at a time. He will disappear for 2, 3, 4 days, and then he'll come back again. I'll find him on the porch at 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's where he will stay until I get here, whenever it is I finally show up. He's a great dog, very friendly, but he is still kind of young, and he does go around picking fights, you know, with some of the neighborhood dogs. He is bigger than almost everyone else here, so it's not much of a fight. He's just a youngin', man. He's a youngin'. He's full of vinegar, piss and vinegar, I guess you could say. But I am kind of surprised that somebody did put, hey, don't you break my camera. Don't you break my camera. He does shake. He sits. I swear this is somebody's dog. It just seems like whoever owns him just doesn't, you know, they don't really take care of him. Doesn't seem like he's very skinny. I know he probably looks great on camera, but you can certainly feel his shoulder bones and his vertebrae. Like he's definitely, I'm not saying that he's starved or anything, but I'd be very concerned with all the fleas and ticks that he had. They seem to mostly be gone now. I would be very concerned that he might have some type of parasite, you know, some type of worms or something. But I can't do it, guys. I can't take in another dog, especially one of this size. I hope, I don't know. I worry about him. That's all. He's a sweet dog. He will spend his entire day laying here. This is all he does. He sits on the porch. Then when I show up, he comes inside and he will lay in this spot on this couch all day long. I even kick the air conditioner down for him because I know he's hot with that coat. I keep the AC on 66 degrees for this dog 24 hours a day, just in case he happens to bless us with his presence, right? I bought him some food. He's got food and water. I even leave food and water on the porch for him in case he gets hungry. I got him some treats. Does he want a treat? I'll bet he wants a treat. I'll bet he wants a treat, don't you? You want one? Do you want one? Yeah, he wants a treat. You want a meaty morsel? He's got one blue eye, absolutely gorgeous. Then the other eye is part blue and part brown. Really, really interesting. Are you going to be nice? Are you going to shake? Are you going to shake? You going to shake for it? You shake for it? Is this your shake? Shake for it? Here's your treat. Good job. Good boy. He does have a little injury on his up. He doesn't want us to show the injury. Okay, I won't show him the boo-boo. His fur is matted. He needs a bath. He needs a haircut, a bath, nail clipping. He needs blood work. He needs dewormed and checked for heartworms and flea and tick medications and all the other shots that a dog is supposed to get. It gets expensive. It does. Ask me how I know. I've got 2 of them. Need regular vet visits. Whoop, I dropped one. Look, now you get 3. Now you get 3. Yeah. You're so beautiful. Yep, you're a beautiful boy. Beautiful boy. I let you stay here as long as I can. Oh, yeah, just, you know, get that fur everywhere. Sure. My couch is covered in fur. All right, he knows it's about time for me to get out of here. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for watching these videos. Sometimes these videos go great, man. Sometimes nothing goes wrong at all, and that's wonderful. And sometimes you end up on the side of the road on a busy highway up a hill where nobody can see you and traffic can't hardly pass you because they're afraid someone's going to be flying over the hill at 70 miles an hour and could hit you. And then you come back to get your trailer. By some miracle, some guy was willing to give me a ride back here. You get your truck, you get your trailer, load it up, book it down the road, book it back, unload it, put everything back, and, well, then you get it into the garage and you stay tuned for the next video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, hit that thumbs up button and let me know. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again with Wolfie, right? Very soon in the next one.